right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Prepare to Go There. We're going to have an awesome time together because it's all about your future, and there's a lot of good work to be done. My name is Peter Burchfield. I'm the creator of Pioneer the Year and also the host of this video podcast, helping you lead yourself and stay focused on your future. It's Friday, February 4, 2022, and we've got a lot of work to do. So we're going to dive right in with the 4 decisions that your future needs you to make today. You know, for whatever reason, life happens, and the things we're excited about, the things we're talking about, thinking about, praying about, they just kind of drift to the back burner, right? And this is that time that we always lament later on in the year. We say, man, I started strong in January. I came out the gate with a lot of great goals, but somewhere between February, March, April, things just kind of fell on the wayside. And I want to help you lead yourself through February, through the cold, through the frustration, through the panic of I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And these are the 4 decisions that you can make today that's going to help you lead yourself and stay focused on your future. If you're ready to go, let me see it in the comments. Say yes or give me a fire emoji, and let's get into these 4 decisions for today. The first one I want to lead you into, Atomic Habits. That's right. I'm glad I remind myself. We're reading this book together this month. So if you want to jump in on some self-leadership, read the book with us. I'll put the link in the bottom, and then we'll be talking about the course. But here we go. It is possible, y'all, to pioneer the year, but you have to lead yourself straight into it. You can't wait on someone else. You can't depend on circumstances. You've got to go for it. And so the 4 decisions that I want you to be thinking about is, number 1, where am I going? Like, for real, this year, where am I actually going? Not I'm going to the grocery store. I'm going to a relative's house. I'm going to school. No. Like bigger picture, right? Start with future present thinking. Not past present, not present future, but future present thinking, meaning you start with the end in mind. You start with that journey of big picture direction. You look out on the horizon with possibility and with urgency and expectancy, and you say, man, that's where I'm going. I see myself going that direction. And this could be a sense of purpose, right? A sense of calling, a sense of journey and pursuit. But you have to start with that first question in mind. Another way to rephrase it would be, who am I becoming? Because sometimes we don't really know what the events are going to look like, right? We don't know specifically where we're going to be 3 years and 42 days from now, but we do know the values and we do know the attributes that we want to grow into. And this is something that I was thinking about when I was working on this content, and I was blown away by this idea. You know, the irony is that most of us say it's going to take so much time to do that project, or it's going to take so much time to have that goal, or it's going to take so much time, you know, to work towards that thing. But actually, that is proof that you're future present focused and not present future, because you already have the future inside of you. You already have dreams and passions and purpose inside of you that's actually sourced from where you're going and not just where you've been. And so if you feel like there is going to be some, you know, process or some progress in mind, that you're going to have to put in some work, that you're going to have to prepare to go there, then that's actually encouragement, and that should be confidence that the future is in a seed form, and it needs to be developed and cultivated day by day. So the way we get to this answer is I want you to have a simple, like, one-page journaling exercise. Literally once a week on Future Friday, I go to this guy right here, and I have my Pioneer Planner. This is my own space where I can dream, I can make discoveries, I can make decisions, and I'm thinking about where I'm going and who I'm becoming. And there is a specific tool that I use called the Life Compass. It's a decision-making tool that I can use for as a diagnostic to see how things are going, but also as a decision-making tool to see where I'm going in the future. But I want you to ask that question: where am I going this year, and who am I becoming for the next phase? You know, when you can anticipate the next phase of your life, you're planted, you're rooted, you're grounded in today, but you're not limited to the circumstances and your surroundings. You're thinking about where you're going, right? Prepare to go there. The second decision I want you to make is so important. It is literally the difference between thinking about something and actually doing it. And it is, who are the people that I want to journey with? Who are the people that I want to journey with? You got to ask that question. You have to take an inventory of your network, the people around you. You've got to be assessing who are the people that are encouraging you to keep pushing, or who are the people that are telling you you can't do it and giving you 22 reasons why. You have to make hard choices, big changes to go where you know you need to go, and you're going to need a encouraging community that are going to be really close to you, and then you've got everybody else. And I'm not saying that you're just kind of like disconnecting from everyone who doesn't, you know, sing your praises, but you do have to realize that there is a value on your comrades, your companions, the people that you're actually going to go for the future with, and the people you're going towards the future for. So who are the people? And this is how it gets really practical. I want you to be thinking in terms of the calendar. man, who do I need to reach out to? Who do I need to initiate? Who do I need to meet up with? Who do I need to encourage or ask questions of or begin to collaborate with? Man, you need to see the landscape of your own leadership community, and you need to begin to make those initiative connections. Take the initiative. Don't wait for them to go to you. You go to them. You reach out to them. I'm telling you, if you look at your week and it's kind of boring, it's mundane, and it's repetitive, it's probably because you're not taking initiative to add the value, add the variety of all of these conversations and community moments. And you can find them and get in on them, like when we do our leadership masterminds here. Man, jump in a leadership mastermind and journey with people that are actually taking the steps to level up their life planning, level up their leadership, to go the distance, make a difference, be that kind of person, right? That is going to identify with game changers and history makers and pioneering leaders. That's my challenge to you. I want you to identify the people that are going into the future with you. The third decision I want you to make is ask yourself, which areas need my investment today in order to pay off later? Here's the thing. Some decisions will take time to mature, to develop, to come to fruition. Some decisions will actually have kind of like a load time. Loading. And it will be so mission critical that you do not miss that step. Because you can make the right decision too late and it doesn't count. So you have to know, which areas do I need to invest in today so that when I plant the seed, I will trust the process and I will let all of this time begin to work for me. Every day you don't make the right decision, all that time is working against you, right? The indecision begins to compound against you. Now, every time you're going to make that decision, it's getting a little bit harder. Every time you're trying to push through, it's going to get a little bit harder. Every time you're going to work on that project or you're going to have that due date, it's going to get a little harder. Why? Because your indecision is actually working against you. It's being compounded with time. Does this make sense? Come on. Let me know in the comments that you're not going to wait. Say, I'm going to make this decision today. I'm going to prepare to go there. And that's why I want to help you think about what areas need investment today, so that way the compound interest is going to start paying off later. So let me know an area. Which area are you going to invest in today that's going to have a powerful snowball effect for your future? The fourth decision that your future needs you to make today is, who will I take with me and who will I leave behind? Man, that sounds so difficult, right? That sounds so hard to say. But the truth is, we have these kind of like phantom friends, right? These phantom roles, these phantom responsibilities, these phantom identities that, like, they're part of our story, but they're not really present and real today. Like, yeah, I did that thing. Yeah, I enjoyed that season, but that's not me right now. I've been growing since then. I've been, making steps and going through stages that help me to stay on that pioneering path into the future. And we've got so much just burdens and baggage that we feel somewhat connected to, somewhat responsible for. And I'm inspired by words like, this one thing I do, forgetting the things that are behind. And so many of us, we have all of these regrets and this past hurt and this drama and trauma that still tries to get some sort of, attention from us, some sort of investment from us. And you have to say, no, I don't need a new year to tell me that I'm going to live a new way of life. I don't need, some big event. I'm going to make a choice right now. And you have to see that the gravity of your growth is taking you into the future and not keeping you back in the past. And then also personalize it with things that you're doing right now, activities, habits, hobbies, projects, right? What will I take with me into the future, and what do I need to leave behind? Here's another way to say it. What will I stop doing this week? What will I stop doing this year? What will I stop doing? I've had enough trial runs to know this thing isn't good for me. This thing isn't helping me. This thing isn't working out. It's okay to put yourself out there, to take the risk. You know what? It proves that you're not fragile. Hey, good job for you. But now it's time to think about your future. Think about where you're going. And if we're not careful, we will collect and add and attach and absorb and bring on all of these things, and we kind of get this like weird hoarding mindset, and we're like, well, maybe this is still important to me, and maybe this is still significant, and we don't know how to actually travel light, and you've got to be traveling light in order to go further, faster. So don't have all of this baggage on, but instead say, you know what? I want to be a strength for other people, not a burden to other people. And to do that, it means I have to identify with my future, and I have to put in the preparation today. Otherwise, we're all going to show up unprepared, and we're all going to look really stupid because we didn't put in the work. And so I want to lead by example. I want to give you a bonus decision, right? You're expecting 4, but I'm going to give you 5. The 5th decision you need to make for your future right now is, what skills do I need to learn for the future? What skills do I need to learn for the future? Now, this is so mission critical because a lot of us aren't thinking about the work that's needed to show up ready. And so you can be looking at your own goals and projects and say, if I want to go on that vacation, I got some planning to do, right? Or if I want to go for that promotion, I'm going to have to level up my skill set. Or if I really do see myself as a leader, right? A thought leader, a team leader, I'm going to have to develop myself now. This is the time that will make or break the future for you. Not later, now, right? There's a quote, it says the best year to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The next best time is today. We've got to have that urgency and mix it with expectancy that the work we do today matters, and the investment we make, even unseen, unnoticed, not celebrated, is working in amazing, unprecedented ways. So what skills do you need to learn? This also means you're looking out at the landscape of your industry. You're looking out at, what's going on in culture, and you're saying, hey, where are things going, and what skills are going to be helpful for me to thrive and lead in the future? Those are the decisions you need to be making. Now, I want to tell a quick story, and then we're going to dive into the weekly planning session for you. I am shocked that a lot of people, they don't give their future their focus. They're not focusing on their future today. They're daydreaming maybe. They're escaping, but they're treating their future more like a fantasy and not like the real future that it is. And if you knew how real your future is, you'd be putting in a lot of work today. If you knew what was waiting on you, what was coming up next, you would make today count. But I want to tell a story before we actually go through a guided planning session for you. And I'm going to walk you through the steps that I take for Future Fridays. And I'll explain that in a minute. But I want to tell you this quick story if I can. On Sunday, my wife and I went thrifting. My wife has an amazing YouTube channel. You need to check her out. It is sarahjoy.tv, and you can find her on Instagram and YouTube. And she's an amazing creative interior designer, and she loves to go thrifting. And I like that because she is very creative but equally frugal. That's pretty cool that she can do a lot with a little. And so she said, hey, I saw that there's this like estate sale going on. Let's go check it out. Long story short, we get to meet the couple. We get to interact with them. They're an amazing couple. And the man, the husband, is actually a military man. He was in the military, and he was a retired Navy SEAL. So I'm blown away. I'm kind of like, wow. First off, you don't even look retired because you're still pretty jacked. But two, I said, thank you for your service. And, we don't give our service people enough credit. We don't give our civil servants and our military people enough credit. And we are so grateful for the sacrifices that they make. And, they put in so much preparation. They put in so much training. So I'm inspired by those people. And anyways, I wanted to listen to him a little bit. And the thing that came out of his mouth, unsolicited, he said, we lead by example. I was like blown away. I was like, oh my goodness, this is speaking my language. This is exactly what I'm, been thinking about and feeling. And this is what I'm trying to share with other people. And this is like the community that we're, creating together, that like we want to be people that lead ourselves and lead by example, because we believe leading by example is a movement. If you can lead by example, you can inspire other people to lead by example. And then that makes all of us stronger. And then we can go take on the future together. We can take on the challenges together. And he said this unsolicited, and I was blown away. He was like, we lead by example. We always lead by example. And I was just shocked. So I feel like at least we're on the path. I feel like we're heading in a good direction. And I want to challenge you this week. You have got to lead by example. You cannot complain about what's not working out for you and not happening right and, broken and, set up against you. These are actually the circumstances. These are the training grounds that's going to help you overcome, level up, and show up more prepared for the future. So don't underestimate your training today, because you have no idea what is possible and what is going to be required of you in the future. Leaders are leading all the time. It's not just something you switch on and off. Leaders have a lifestyle that starts with leading themselves, that empowers them to do the one thing that makes the biggest difference on your team, which is leading by example. And then together, when you're leading by example, you can make a difference. So I want to get into the weekly planning session that I go through, that you need to go through, so that way you can show up this week better prepared and more present. Now, I love this format, is a live stream format, because I want to help you. I don't want to just talk about what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what you want to talk about. I want to answer your questions. I want to help you be thinking about self-leadership and how you're going to lead yourself through the week, day by day. Okay, so if you have a question, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the comments. I will see it, and hopefully I can interface with you. And we just have a few minutes left, like maybe 5 minutes left. So this is now or never. All right, people? Now or never. Jump in to this conversation. But the first thing that I want to encourage you with is I want you to slow down. I want you to slow down. And the reason I want you to slow down is because you can repeat mistakes if you move too fast. If you do not slow down and you're just kind of going and doing autopilot, you can actually automate the awful parts of your self-leadership, right? The the bad habits, and you're not really thinking, hey, I don't think this works anymore. I don't think this is good for me. I don't think I should be doing that. I want to level up a little bit at a time. So slowing down is actually one of the ways that you can identify mistakes, you can course correct your habits, you can level up your processes, you can batch things, you can go further faster, and then when the week starts speeding up again, you are confident that you have worked out all of the glitches, all of the challenges that hold you back and that keep you from hitting that maximum momentum. All right, I get a question from Sarah Joy. She says, do you plan all 7 days of your week or just weekdays? That is a great question. The short answer is I plan all 7 days of the week, but I do not plan them the same way. The weekdays have time blocks. Okay, the weekdays have time blocks, and the weekends have big rocks, just the big ideas, and I'm just kind of stripping down all of the kind of the workload, workflow tactics I use, and as long as I have a clear purpose for Saturday, a clear purpose for Sunday, I'm going to be more flexible with the weekend, but I absolutely don't want to walk into the weekend without a plan. The plan is to rest. The plan is to reset. The plan is to be present. The plan is to enjoy. The plan is to get ready for the week ahead, right? So there is a bit of a routine there, but I don't want to restrict myself to the 30-minute time blocks and the 60-minute time blocks that I normally use for the weekdays. Great question. Another question coming in. I'm just thinking you could take Saturday, Sunday to course correct and make your new plan. Absolutely. That is right. So you're going to put a lot of your heavy lifting pre-work, the work you do to show up ready to work, because some of you know we get sabotaged so often. We're excited about doing the work. We show up Monday morning and then our motivation's not there. Or we show up for the Tuesday meeting and all the, agenda is not prepared. Or we show up for the project collab moment and, we're disorganized and we don't have all the stuff we need. And so we're actually wasting time because we didn't do the pre-work. Doing the pre-work is so important. And you've got to show up ready. And that's why just a short investment of 30 minutes a week. Now, I like to geek out, so Future Friday, I'm spending more like 45, maybe 60 minutes, depending on what kind of week, or if I'm adding in some bigger items for the month. That's going to happen. But you need to slow down, and you need to visualize, literally see what you're thinking on paper, on purpose, so that way you can go for it. So first step, I talk about it. You gotta map it out. Map it out. Put it out there. It's going to be messy. And what that proves is that you have to go through the planning process. You say, well, I don't want to plan things because it's going to be messy. Exactly. That's why you have to go through the process of getting that mess out of your head, putting it on paper so you can visualize it, organize it, mobilize it. Okay? Then we're going to move that into the digital format so that way it'll be made operational. And that's where it's going to go into the calendar, and it's going to go into your whatever you're working with, your work tools, whether that's Asana or Evernote or Monday or whatever. But a lot of us start with the work tools, and it's like all blurring together. All the work is blurring together. You've got to pull away. You've got to slow down. You have to work on yourself so that way when you re-engage, you show up different. You are better. All right? Any last questions before we move on? Man, I'm so excited about this. One of the things I'd love to do in these Future Fridays is pull out a calendar and actually go through a time blocking experiment or a time blocking kind of demo with you. Let me know in the comments if that would be cool, if that would be interesting to you, because a lot of us, we don't like it because we don't know how to do it, or we haven't had the same success. Or the thing that I've found is that you are, putting so much into this plan and then it only lasts for 7 days. Oh my goodness, now I got to do all that work again. And the answer is no. No, you don't. You can actually create decisions worth repeating. You can actually develop plans that can be developed and updated over time. And that is the secret of how to pioneer the year. The reason I'm so passionate about this is because I needed this. This is what helped me lead myself and stay focused on the future. Life planning and leadership. These are two groundbreaking, game-changing paradigm shifts, because the reality is we're not doing these things. We have wishes, but we don't make clear decisions, right? We have to own up to where we are, and we have to make decisions, and then we have to put in that work. And so what you're actually doing is you are ensuring success. Your planning is future-proofing the week you're going to have. Even if things go crazy, even if things get derailed, you have prepared for those contingencies. And that's why there's this momentum that happens even before you hit the ground running on Monday. Man, so much more I want to say, but we are out of time. And so you'll just have to stay connected with this channel. That's why I want you to hit the subscribe button. That's why I want you to be a part of this leadership community. We are helping leaders thrive. We're helping leaders grow. And we know what leadership really looks like. Lead yourself, lead others, lead through others. I wanted to finish with a bonus video, and this is dropping on the channel. I had an amazing conversation with my wife, Sarah Joy. You can find her at sarahjoy.tv, and we were talking about this whole thing, and I think she put it in a way that really resonates, and it's going to also explain the sponsor of this live stream, the course that I've created called Pioneer the Year. So if you're interested in more coaching, you're interested to take the deep dive, and you're ready to pioneer the year, then I want you to check this out. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up this launch stream? This has been amazing, yeah. Next level. I am already excited about seeing where these live streams go, because I know there's a lot of people out there and they want to make this year unlike any other. They don't want to hesitate. They don't want to hold back. They want to really go for it, but now they're going to get the strategies and the encouragement to do it.
Yeah. Well, I just want to congratulate you on starting season 2. I know we're kind of joking about being rusty with it, but we've really been head down the past few months, Peter working on his course and then me helping him just tinker and, figure out the back end of making it all happen. But there is so much stuff in this Pioneer the Year course. So I would really encourage you guys to check it out. I've learned so much from it, and I'm not just putting on the fluff. It's not a course about how to be more productive and just how to fill up your days. It really feels like some coaching sessions, and it's hours of coaching sessions with plenty of breakdowns and walkthroughs, and you really feel like you're getting guided along for a strategic path for your life. And I think everybody, your year doesn't have to start on January 1. Some people are well, I still haven't made my goals for the year and it's February. So, but people's years really, we're cyclic in different ways. So, some people, their year really ramps up in August, or their year really ramps up in the spring, or I feel like I come alive in the summertime. I don't know. So I kind of, probably because I think of my birthday, whenever my birthday is, that's when my new year starts. And that's when I kind of make more goals of what I want my next year to be as far as my age. So you don't have to think like, oh, I'm behind for the year, I can't really take this year planning course because it's February. Like, no, your year starts now, or whenever you're seeing, you can plan for a year in advance. It can really be a rolling year, and there's no better time to start doing that than right now. And this course will help you so much. And if you're leading a team, it really goes into that. So anyway, read up on it, invest some time, maybe watch the free training or get into some other stuff. But I would say go for this course because it's really, really helpful. And again, it's like investing in yourself, which is something that I wish I would have done sooner.
Beautiful. Hey, thank you, Sarah Joy. All right, friends, that is it for today. I really appreciate you being on Prepare to Go There. We will be back next Friday, 11:30. 11:30. We'll be back Friday, 11:30 Central Standard Time. And I'm looking forward to some conversations. I'm looking forward to get into the details that help us get the work done. That's what we need. We need to stay focused on our future. And this is a community that's going to keep you encouraged to do that. Stay awesome. Stay warm if you are kind of like in a cold freeze like us. But I really appreciate you. Remember, you can pioneer the year, so prepare to go there. See you later.